everybody, CT Hippo here. Wanted to remind you about the upcoming attempt to recover assorted crap out of the ocean at Taylor Street Dock. That's this Sunday, April 9th at 7 p.m. at the south end of the dock. And I also want to talk a little bit about getting ready for that project and how I'm hoping to go about it. You've seen me use magnets, you've seen me use cameras on strings, but for this project I'm using something a little different. Specifically, this guy. I actually salvaged this off of a wreck den in Everett a couple weeks ago. I was out there with Scott. When I got it, it was just the tube here with the tines welded on, added a piece of threaded rod, a couple of, this one's a lock nut, this one's a lock nut, this one's just a regular nut, and then this kind of stupid expensive, this is actually called a I-nut. You've heard of I-bolts. This is an I-nut. Weighs a few pounds. It's kind of scary. I almost don't like having it around the apartment because I'm afraid I'm going to step on it in the middle of the night and that's going to hurt like hell. And then it's on some just, rope from the cheap Chinese tool store. And what I'm going to do with this, you notice it doesn't have a camera on it. And that's because from playing with it, there's a possibility that I could get hung up on something and not be able to recover the hook, which would suck. Getting it hung up on something and not being able to recover the hook and having $200 of camera gear on there, that would really suck. So, here's how I'm planning to go about that. This is the... You've actually seen this rig before. Pipe rig, for lack of a better term. So what I'm going to do is, using a couple carabiners here, hook this onto the haul line for the grappling hook. So grappling hook will go down, hook onto, well, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So this way I can do the whole thing, down like this, lower it all into the water as one unit, find the target, hook onto it, and then before I haul it up, haul the camera up, recover it, get it out of the way, so that way there's no possibility of it getting hung up on anything and getting lost. Well, I say no possibility, but we all know better than that. There's always a possibility. And but anyway, so when it comes to actually hauling, the camera will be completely out of the water, and hopefully that way it won't get lost. I've also made some modifications to the reel assembly here. It's always been kind of a headache trying to hold the string with the weight on it with the camera over the side, hold the reel with the other hand. As I've mentioned in other videos, I've been having problems with not being able to see the screen. And so this is what I came up with. This is some leftover parts from another project, just parts off an old backpack that I think I bought at Goodwill and took apart. It was actually part of a steampunk costume that I wore to Emerald City Comic Con a few years ago. But what I've done is modified it so that goes on like that. This is just a length of 3/8 shock cord that I bought for making spray skirts. It's going to get replaced with some 1-inch nylon webbing. I'm just a little broke right now, and so haven't made it to the store to buy webbing and tri-glides and things. So, there's a little bit of kind of imagine where this is going. But with this rig, it goes like this. It actually hooks onto my chest. Right now I'm tying it behind me, which doesn't stay tied with a dam, and it's just, like I say, it's going to get replaced with webbing with little plastic buckles, and it'll be just ducky at that point. What this allows me to do is I can now, have it sit here on my chest, open the screen like this. I can actually see the screen while I'm working with it. I've got the reel right here, so I can reel it in and out. And then, it's not a huge deal, but this is a pretty heavy downhaul line. It's a pound or two. And so what I've done is temporarily, for now, rigged a carabiner on here that can latch the reel, so that if it's not all the way sitting on the bottom, which it shouldn't ever be, then it will just hook into here and stay put. Eventually, I'd like to drill a hole through the handle here, put some kind of a spring-loaded plunger that returns to the centered moving position, and then if I want to use it, I push it in and it'll grab either here or here and lock in and hold it, so it stays put. Still not done, but this is a huge improvement. I used it today. I went out to verify, basically to find the targets again for Sunday, and marked them so that I can find them again, so we're not playing, oh hey, where is this? Well, there's people standing around waiting to fish it out. So hopefully that will all be successful. So once again, I guess you can find out if this is going to work or not. That's this coming Sunday, April 9th, 2017. Taylor Street Dock. Technically it's Taylor Avenue Dock, but everybody calls it Taylor Street. In Bellingham, 7 p.m. Come see if any of this crap works and see for yourself what's underwater. Hope to see you there. Have a good one.